What story stayed with people? It depends on who you ask, of course, and 2022 did seem to be a promising year. It would be the year we would leave COVID behind. No more masking. We had a vaccine after all. Plenty of treatments and even an updated vaccine. But as wise 9-year-old Eleanor McIntyre from San Diego points out, COVID is not over.
Yeah, I got COVID. It's still, I still have some of the symptoms.
So for her, the pandemic continues to be the biggest story of 2022. And many would say she's right. But her dad, Charles, disagrees.
I would say the biggest story was probably the midterms, just coming off of Roe v. Wade.
North County resident Jay Boyd says the war in Ukraine struck a chord, making it his top pick for story of the year.
I think the biggest story of the year is the Ukraine and their fight for democracy. And it's akin, in some strange ways, to the fight for democracy that we're all engaged in from time to time, including our own country.
Alessandro Costa says housing is the biggest story of 2022.
We're probably going to move out of San Diego because we're at a point where we're ready to buy a house, but then you look around and try to buy a house and nothing is in your price range.
I think the craziest story in 2022 was Will Smith's slap.
Well, he opted for the slap seen around the world at the Oscars. He said it got a lot of people's attention, and it got a lot of people discussing topics like violence. Plus,
we didn't really see it coming. It was like everybody was in shock at that moment.
But Robertino Rodriguez says the biggest story of 2022 is the Southwest fiasco. It's huge to him and his loved ones because it's still happening now.
And I had a few friends who stayed at my place because they couldn't get home. And they're still kind of waiting to see if they're going to get home or not because the flights are still being canceled at the airport.
So they might have a 2023 here?
They're going to, unfortunately, a few of them are going to have a 2023 in San Diego, not back home.
Well, that might not be so bad.
Well, it wouldn't be because San Diego is the best city in the world.
Thank you, San Diego, for sharing your 2022 with us. You've made our year memorable. Kitty Alvarado, KPBS News.